Hi everyone, I am Dipali Kulshresht working at Cloud Analogy as Senior Salesforce Consultant. I am very much active on various social media channels where you can follow me or can contact me directly. Here is my LinkedIn ID, my Gmail account, my Twitter, my phone number and my website. So first of all, I would like to thank you everyone for attending today's webinar on campaigns. So what are campaigns? It is all about campaigns. We have Pragati as a speaker for today, who is also a part of Cloud Analogy family.
Thanks, Dipali, for the introduction. Today, I'm going to speak about campaign. Before starting with campaign, let's go through today's agenda. First of all, we'll learn about campaign, in which we'll cover its introduction and its types. Then, we'll discuss about campaign hierarchy. Then, return of investment in campaign, and also how to calculate it. After that, we'll discuss the goal of campaign, then who can be the campaign members, and who should have access to campaigns. At last, we'll see how to launch a campaign in Salesforce. Let's start the introduction of campaign. Generally, campaign is a planned set of activities that people carry out over a period of time in order to achieve something or some goal. In Salesforce, campaign is a marketing initiative that you track in Salesforce. It allows us to plan, manage, and track within Salesforce. Or we can say it in one line that it is any initiative spent to drive new leads and revenue. It also helps to analyze how many leads they are generating or how much pipeline they are building and how many deals they are closing as a result of marketing effort. So the conclusion is it allows you to tell if your marketing spend was effective in generating response and if those response result in revenue for your company. Now we'll discuss what campaigns actually are. Here you can see in the diagram as well. Campaigns can be an advertisement, email, conference, banner ads, trade shows, etc. Now the question is how to select the campaign type for your work. So the answer is it totally depends on the level of hierarchy. Again, a question arises, what is campaign hierarchy? To know the answer, let's move to the next slide. With campaign, we can group marketing programs together into hierarchies, which helps greater visibility into the result of larger group of campaign. Here you can see I have taken an example of 3-level hierarchy. I have taken this example as 3-level hierarchy works best for most of the organization. I have taken this example in which the top level hierarchy of an organization it mainly focuses on the overall strategy. It may include selling a new product in company's lineup, building brand awareness, etc. Now comes to the next level. Second level generally focus on other aspects such as product launch, upselling previous customers, getting feedback from customers, and so on. Now comes the third level. It represents individual marketing efforts. What can be the individual marketing efforts then? It can be an email or an advertisement or invitation to demo. In Salesforce.org, to view hierarchy for a campaign, click on View Hierarchy button next to campaign name field on campaign detail page. Here you can see I have logged into my Salesforce org to show you how to create a new campaign and also how to view campaign hierarchy. To create a new campaign, first click on the campaign tab, click on new button, give any name to this like cloud campaign. It should be active. After that we have to select the type of campaign. As I have already told you, campaign can be of various types like webinar, advertisement, direct mail, and so on. Then we have to select the status of campaign. It could be planned, in progress, completed, aborted, start date, end date. All these fields are not mandatory. And the most important field is parent campaign to create a hierarchy. Here I am not selecting any parent and saving this campaign. Now you can see Cloud Campaign is a campaign in which the view hierarchy button is here. When we click on this view hierarchy, you can see only Cloud Campaign. Only a single campaign is listed here. When we go back, here we can see in campaign hierarchy section, there is only Cloud Campaign. Again, I am creating another campaign. Name it CC1. It should be active. Type could be same. In parent campaign, I am selecting Cloud Campaign. Now you can see CC1 is a campaign and in which when we click on view hierarchy, you can see Cloud Campaign is the parent of CC1. This is showing the hierarchy. I am creating one more campaign, CC2. It should be active. In parent campaign, now I'm selecting CC1. In CC2, when we click on the view hierarchy, we can see here Cloud Campaign is the parent of CC1. CC1 is the parent of CC2. It means one parent can have multiple child and one child can have only a single parent. Here, if I want to create another child of CC1, I can create that. Let's see. CC3 active and in parent campaign I am selecting CC1. View hierarchy. Here you can see CC1, CC2, 3. These two are the child of CC1 and CC1 is the child of Cloud Campaign. I hope now campaign hierarchy is clear to you. So let's move to the next slide. Goal of campaign. Campaigns are best for generating new leads, increase customer retention, increase sales revenue, calculate ROI, and so on. Apart from these, Salesforce campaign can also work best for measuring and collaboration. Now, you may think what a campaign can measure and how it does the collaboration part. So, let me tell you, it measures ROI correlated to primary campaign source. In collaboration part, it tracks the chatter feeds and also have shared campaign calendar. Now, campaign members. Here we'll discuss what is campaign member and who can be the campaign members. Campaign members represent the relationship between campaign and either a lead or contact. So, the answer for the question who can be the campaign members is lead, contact, and person account. To know the campaign members, we should know the type of campaign it is. For example, if it's a direct mail campaign, then the people whom you send the mail are the campaign members. If it's a seminar, then it's the people that you invited. You can then track their activities, such as how many times they clicked on the link which was mentioned in the email. Or we can check who has clicked on that link and how many times. All these things shows their interest, which will help us. Now you may think, where can we find the campaign members of a campaign? So for that, open a campaigns record. You can see a related list called campaign members. You can even search for an advertisement, multiple leads and contacts from the manage member page. You can add multiple leads or multiple contacts at a time by using data import wizard, which is data importing tool. Its range is 50,000, which means you can add up to 50,000 campaign members at a time. Now, let's move to the next slide, which is who should have access to campaign. So, the answer is all users. All users have by default access to view campaigns and also to run campaign reports. But if you want to create or manage campaign, then there is a condition that should be fulfilled. The condition is the marketing user checkbox should be checked. Even though you are an administrator, you still have to enable the marketing user. So to do that, let's move to the org. First of all, I am going to click on setup, then user. Here you can see there are multiple users, but I am here taking the example of the system administrator, Pragati. I am clicking on this to view the detail page, user detail page. Here you can see marketing user. It is already checked, but if you want to check, simply click on this edit button and then you are able to check or uncheck this checkbox. And after that, save it. Even if you are an administrator, still you have to check this marketing user checkbox to edit the campaign. Here you can see I have created a campaign, cloud campaign, and here are some fields which are read-only fields. As you can see here, all these fields are read-only. Leads in campaign 0, contacts in campaign 0, because till now I haven't added any campaign member here. So let's add some members. Simply click on this manage member, then add member. From here we can select lead or contact which you want to add. Let's select name. From this step 2, you can fill any criteria, like if you want to select some lead whose name contains a or any criteria that you want to fulfill by your leads. If there is no criteria, you can simply click on this go button and all the leads will get listed below. Here you can select multiple leads at a time. Add with status, you have to select a single status for all these selected leads. So I have selected this sent. Now you can see in existing member, these two leads are get added with their status as sent. Now I am also adding one contact. I am again not going to give any criteria, and I am selecting this one, responded. Here you can see, let's go back to the campaign. Now you can see here these fields are auto-populated now. Leads in campaign 2, contacts in campaign 1, and responses in campaign is 1, because in contact I have given the I status as responded, and here it is just sent. Now in campaign member section you can see these three are get added. Out of these two leads, no one is converted yet. So you can see this field converted lead in campaign is 0. Let's try to convert one of the lead. I'm taking this Andy. This is the campaign member. So we simply click on this lead, Mr. Andy Young, and we are going to convert this lead. The opportunity name will be this. When it get converted, here we are converting this, so there should be a subject also. I am clicking the send letter, and in status I am selecting in progress, and the reminder is that it will send it at 8 on this date. Convert. Oh, sorry. Account name is also a mandatory field. Convert. You can see the lead is converted into account in opportunity now. Dickinson this, and here is the you can see send letter as I have selected that, and at this time, and this is the name, and this is related to this opportunity or account, and all these. Now let's go back to that campaign. Here you can see this field is auto populated. Converted lead is 1. And you can also check in opportunity section, this is get added because this lead is converted now. So all these things are comes under add member section. If you want to add multiple members at a time by using data import wizard, we can do that. Here, what kind of data are you importing? It is a standard object or a custom object. If it is a standard object, you can select any of these. What do you want to do? Add new record or update existing record. If we want to update, then you can see here where is your data located. We can select CSV or any one out of these. If we have any CSV file which contain the data which we want to update or which will overwrite the previous data, we can simply drag it here and save it. But there is a condition that we can only add 50,000 campaign members at a time by using data import wizard. If we want to add more than that, we can use data loader as well. It is also a tool to upload data records. So let's move to the next slide. I hope you guys are clear with the campaign members and the condition which is necessary to edit campaign. Now comes campaign ROI. Campaign return of investment analysis report calculates the campaign's performance based on the outcomes reflected in the system data. Here are the two main factors on the basis of which this report is generated. One is return of investment and the another one is value and opportunities in campaign. To know what are these and how to calculate them, we have to move to the next slide. But before knowing about how to calculate ROI, we should know what is value and opportunities in campaign. Value and opportunity is the calculated amount of all closed or won opportunities associated with the campaign. It is calculated by Salesforce itself. It means it is a read-only field. Value and opportunity has a disadvantage that it can't be referenced in formula for workflow rules, validation rules, field updates, or approval process. But it can be referenced in custom formula field. Updates to this field do not trigger workflow rules. Now, campaign ROI. As I already told you, it calculates the campaign's performance based on the outcomes. To calculate it, we divide the value one opportunity in campaign's actual cost by the actual cost. Now, we move to the last slide of today in which I'll let you know how to launch campaign. These are the steps to launch a campaign. First, we have to create a campaign. Then, we have to determine the campaign member status. After that, target leads and contacts. Then we launch and communicate. And at last, we'll measure the ROI. So for that, we have to move in the org. So I have logged into my org. The first step to launch a campaign is to create a campaign, which I have already told you in last video. Another step to add member and determine their status, which we can manage by clicking on advanced setup. I'm doing this step in the same campaign on which we have worked before. Here you can see all these fields are here and these fields are auto-populated as all these fields are read-only field. You can see here this mark. After that, I have already told you about this campaign hierarchy. Then in add, if you want to add campaign members, you can add it from here as I have already told you. And if you want to update the status of all the campaign members, it is not necessary for you to do this manually. You can do this by using data import wizard if you want to edit status or any type of campaign member. If you want to add, you can do this by using data import wizard. If you want to add a particular campaign to a particular lead or contact, simply go to that lead or contact and go to this section, campaign history. You can see Cloud Campaign and Toy A are the campaign associated with this lead. If you want to add another campaign to this, simply click on the Add to Campaign and select any campaign which you want to add and what you want the status of that. You can select any of these value and save. Then click on campaign, Cloud Campaign. Here you can see when we open that lead, you will see three fields are here. Three campaigns are here. So by this way you can add the new campaign to a particular campaign member. Now another step is to manage members. But before that, we have to know that we can associate a lead or contact to a campaign manually by clicking on Add to Campaign in Campaign History section, or on Lead or Contact tab, click on Add to Campaign. Lead or Contact report have also Add to Campaign button from where we can add a campaign to that lead or contact. I have talked about primary campaign source. So let me tell you what is primary campaign source. It is how you associate an opportunity to a campaign. Let's go to the opportunity associated with this. When I go to this opportunity, you'll see here this field, primary campaign source, and cloud campaign is here. Primary campaign source is how you associate an opportunity to a particular campaign. On conversion, most recently associated lead will automatically map to primary campaign source on opportunity. So if we use another campaign for this opportunity, it will get populated here. But if after that we again use cloud campaign, then it will come back to this place. So it gets changed automatically. It is not necessary for us to do it manually. And you can see here contact roles. This contact is here as we break that lead. Now the last step to launch a campaign is to run the ROI report. But before that, let's see the roll-ups. When we go to that campaign, you can see here are the fields. I have already told you that we can see roll-up of campaign member, responses, lead conversions, and opportunities in these fields in campaign detail page. From campaign tab, let's go back to run the ROI report. Simply click on the campaign tab, and here in report you will see campaign ROI analysis report or campaign member analysis report, campaign revenue report. So I am clicking on this ROI analysis report, and from here we can select the information like you want only active campaigns, or you want the end date, which is you can specify a particular date, or you can select any of these values. These are the views. When we select any condition here, we can see maximum 250 values here. Let's see where is cloud campaign. Here you can see cloud campaign type is advertisement, planned. All the fields that we have filled at that time are here. See, ROI. ROI is a field here which is minus 100%. It is always calculated in percentage. And here you can see average cost per response is 500. So it costs minus 100%. So the value of ROI is minus 100% here. We can simply run report, and that's it. Let's move to the QA session now.
Hi, I liked your webinar. I want to ask you a question that if I want to send emails to all my campaign members, is it possible to do it in Salesforce?
Hi, and thanks for joining my webinar. And the answer for your question is yes, we can send email to all our campaign members by simply go to the campaign detail page. Here you'll see a campaign member box. Click here, send list email. Recipient is cloud campaign. It means it will send the email to all the campaign members associated with cloud campaign. Now I'm writing the subject. Welcome email. I'm sending this email. List email was queued. It means it will send to all the members. The system administrator will receive the report of email, which means how many campaign members received the email and how many of them didn't receive the email. Let's go to my Gmail. Here I received this email. Welcome email. This was the subject. List email was sent one of three recipients. It means out of three, only one recipient received. There is some error in sending the email to others. Here is a CSV file also, which will show the list of members to whom the email is not sent. So, like you will receive like in CSV format. I hope you are clear with the answer. Thank you everyone for joining my webinar. I hope you liked it. Thank you.